Carmelo Anthony, drafted in the same year as LeBron James, and now putting on a Laker uniform for the first time, showing you that mid-range game, that three-point shot. Future Hall of Famer, Carmelo Anthony. And we welcome in Talen Horton-Tucker in his third year THT, but I believe you're still 20 and you're still the youngest guy on the Lakers.
Yeah.
That's kind of crazy to think about that.
Man.
Hey, I got to ask you this first before we get
crazy.
into hoops. Your first time ever at an NFL game, how was SoFi Stadium with King James?
It was great. It was a great experience for me with it being my first NFL game. To be there with those guys is, it's a great experience for me. So, I'm appreciative of it.
Talen, did you ever, really quick, did you play football in high school?
When I was younger, like before high school, I wanted to play in high school, but they told me not to. But when I was younger, my mom she told me I had to pick one after I broke my hand. So it's been basketball ever since.
I think it worked out just well for you.
Big Game was assuming you were.
I made the right decision.
Big Game James was assuming you were a Bears fan, right?
You're a Bears fan?
Oh yeah, I'm Chicago, so I'm going to Chicago.
Walter Payton. Walter Payton. Nah, you're probably too young for Walter Payton.
Sweetness.
Yeah.
I know about him, but how old I am. So.
Is it weird? Is it weird that Anthony Davis is a Packers fan, being from where he's from? Does that bother you a little bit?
At first, when I heard about it, it was crazy. But being from Chicago, I've seen a few Chicago people in Packer uniforms. So I was like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to dive into it. You're 20 years old. He's got a championship, Allie and James, with the team that drafted him.
Yeah.
Big game, your Los Angeles Lakers. And now they showed you how much they believe in you, THT, by offering you that contract. What's the next step for you in your journey? What's the next step in your game that you want to prove?
I just want to improve in every way that I can. Coming in with a mindset of just trying to get better. With the group of guys that we have here, I feel like there's no way possible that I can't get better around these guys. So just being able to come in ready and just ready to compete, be important for me. So I'm excited.
Yeah, your progress was, really nice to watch on both ends of the court. I mean, offensively, you were a shot maker, a guy that could create on his own. And even LeBron said your ability to read defenses and make good decisions. But defensively, you don't find too many defensive stoppers with your length. Is that something that you're going to take more focus on this year? Offensively, I think it comes naturally for you, but you can guard many people, and I just wanted to know if that was something that you've been thinking about over the summer.
Oh, of course. That was something, just trying to get my body in the best shape as possible, just to be able to compete every night with an NBA caliber guard. So, and even, bigs and things like that. So just being able to, come into camp, in shape and, prepared to do that would be, tremendous for my growth. So, I'm excited for that too.
Talen, I think we can all sit here and agree, whether it's as athletes or just as people, that it feels really good to be wanted. Everyone wants to be wanted. And to Geeter's point, the Lakers made that very clear. They want you in a Laker uniform. But for someone so young like yourself, how do you handle that responsibility without letting it become too much, if you will?
I just try to keep the main thing. Basketball is what I'm here for. So I'm trying to, just try to fulfill that as best as I could right now. Because I feel like when you start worrying about everything else outside of that, that's when, things start, to get too much. So now I'm trying to just, continue to just be humble and try to just, be positive and have the positive mindset coming into everything.
Talen, Frank came on our Lake Show podcast and unsolicited brought up your name and how excited he was. LeBron James literally just 5 minutes ago did the same thing. The Lakers showed you this summer how much they believe in you. What does that mean to you? How much does that drive you?
It means everything. With an organization like the Lakers, it's an honor for us to be, in this position that we are in. So I'm just trying to, take it a day at a time and just try to, become, as best as I can be in this Laker uniform for however long I'll be here.
T, being able to learn from LeBron and some other veterans, last year. Now, there are so many veterans on the team. How do you plan to soak up all that history and all that knowledge? I mean, you got Carmelo, you got all these guys that have a lot of experience. You're used to being a sponge, a guy that, really takes that advice and all that stuff in. So what's that's going to feel like having them on the plane, on the bus, in the gymnasium every day?
It's going to be great. You know, I feel like, you know, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I feel like I've been trying to, you know, having my listening ears on since I got here. So I feel like, you know, it's helped me get to this point that I'm in now. So just being able to listen to the group of guys that we have now is going to be, you know, I feel like it'll have, you know, a positive impact on my career.
Yeah. Is there any one veteran that you feel that is similar to your game or that you might, you know, pull from more?
I wouldn't say that. I would just say, you know, growing up watching basketball, being a fan of basketball, just, you know, all the guys that, you know, were here and then the new guys that came in, you know, like being around Melo, you know, with him being top 10 all time is something that, you know, as a kid, you want to be around people like that. So just being able to have him, you know, Rondo, other guys like that around is always going to be great for me.
Talen, when you think about being drafted to this point right now, what was it like to officially have an off season and be healthy?
Yeah, just being able to, you know, actually have an off season to be healthy. It was kind of hard for me because I wanted to actually get a lot of pickup in, but you know, just had to wait and you know, just try to focus on myself and get my body together. So just being able to have an off season was good for me. You know, I feel like, you know, next year will be even better.
THT, when you look at what's around you and the challenges that Frank Vogel has put in front of you, how important is it going to be defensively for you to raise your game, to fit in with this team and get those minutes that you want?
Just being, you know, with me being young and trying to, you know, use my youth to be out there and be a defensive stopper that, you know, that, you know, everybody asking me. So I feel like I could do it and I have the tools to do it. So I feel like I just have to put my mind to it and actually do it.
Talen, we're going to let you go, but one quick question. Obviously, Geeter mentioned, we all know, congratulations again on the new contract. But my question is what was the first thing you bought?
Good question.
You got paid, my friend.
I haven't bought anything yet officially. Just, you know, I'm trying to wait. I don't want to. I'm around some other guys that got some different things, so I'm just waiting.
Yeah.
Smart man, James.
He probably needs to get it.
I'll wait till my time come.
You probably can afford a better fake ID now until you turn 21.
Hey, I say I don't even need it no more. I'm about to turn 21 in about 2 months.
November, I believe, right? Yeah, he's still 20. All right.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, THT. We appreciate it, man. Enjoy the media day and your first practice, and let's get it going.
All right, you guys. Thank you.
All right, Talen Horton-Tucker. James, I'll start with you. Brought up that question defensively, and I noticed your first thing was centered around defense because when you look at this team, we know what he can do. He's a guy that not afraid to take big shots, his ability to score in the lane, but he has to impact his team on the defensive side, and that's what Frank Vogel wants. But it's crazy to me how every